Hello, I'm Richard Dean. We farm here in southwest Missouri, just approximately 20 miles north of Springfield, Missouri, here in grass country. Our operation is based on approximately 320 older mama cows. We also background feeder steers, which we contract to feedlots at a predetermined weight. And then we use the mixer also to background our own calves, which we wean off of our cows. So our operation is mostly a grazing operation, and what the mixer has done is put a feeding alternative into that so we can increase capacity without increasing real estate. We have a 5575 Jay-lor, which is our second Jay-lor. I guess the main thing I like about it is it's simple. The reason we purchased the second one was there may be other brands out there, but we were happy with the first one. We've done little to no repair except for adjust unloading chains, no U-joints, no shafts, no bearings, change the oil in the gearbox a few times. That was the maintenance on it. Knives, replace knives when they get dull, makes your life a lot easier. Our first one even survived the bucket coming off the skid steer once and going into the mixer. One shear bolt. Let's talk about we replaced one shear bolt. Otherwise, we traded it off with one little dent in the side and everything was good. When we first decided to try the Jaylor mixer, we were not a feeding operation per se. And so in feeding with the Jaylor, we have used a lot of different ways to feed. We have fed in tires turned inside out quite a little bit. The way I love to feed calves is have them on grass with a 15-pound Jaylor supplement. We actually fed on the ground until we generated the money to clean that out, cement where the cattle stand, cement where we feed. It was a growing process. We didn't have all that when we started. Right now, all we're doing is backgrounding some of our own cattle, so the ration is very simple. It's a low input ration. It's simply our own alfalfa baleage, corn silage, was supplemented with dried distiller's grains. But we fed a lot of different byproducts down through the years. Probably one of the most consistent products we use is marshmallows. We have fed just raw vegetables out of canning factories delivered to us by the semi-load. A product called gravy. We have tanks set up to handle that product. But mostly now we stay with ingredients that are more consistent, like dried distillers, wet distillers, and just use those things to supplement the protein energy requirements of the ration. So if you have a low quality forage and want to background some cattle or feed some cattle or upgrade some cattle, you can take the mixer and with a few additives bring the quality of the forage as far as protein, energy, and digestibility up to the point that that animal will perform on that ration. As I say, we've used products like gravy, wet distillers, something that's damp, wet, and is palatable, and then put it with the feed, and if it blends thoroughly and coats the low quality hay, you're not going to see any sorting, digging through, looking. They will consume the total ration and won't sort through it because they don't know the difference and they can't sort it. In other words, you could have a backgrounding grass operation and use commodities or whatever is available in your area. You may be in grain country and have lots of grain. Make a ration with this that you can go feed on the ground with very little to no waste without any feeding facilities whatsoever. And if you're not for sure, there's always nutritionists available to work with you so you can meet your goals and figure the cost of your ration and try to get the end results you want.